Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Second Cup of Coffee. Pastor Tom here with you. We are having our first conversation of the month. We usually only have one, but this month we're going to have three. Super excited about that. Our topic this month is shepherds. And this young lady sitting next to me is Jasmine Macias. And on our Youth Sunday a couple weeks ago, she shared a powerful testimony, just a revelation really out of that God has given her about shepherding people. You may not be familiar with that term, so let me just define it a little bit for you. It's really walking with people and walking them closer to Jesus Christ. That's really kind of the gist of what a shepherd is. In this day and age, we don't have sheep. You don't have sheep, right? No, yeah, we have. So we're not farm people. Some people do. We're not, but we do love people, and we love Jesus, and so He calls us to be a part of the process with them. And I just wanted Jasmine to kind of share from her heart a little bit of what she shared on that Youth Sunday, because it really impacted me. I haven't got a chance to really talk to you since then, but I tell people, if I didn't think I would have scared you to death, I would have stood up and said, "Preach, preacher." But I was like, I won't do that to her. But what are you doing? But it was that powerful. Like what you shared was that impactful. So. You don't have to repeat it verbatim, but can you just kind of share your heart with the people just about what God showed you regarding walking with people?
Yeah. So I have this friend at school that came to me and shared her crazy story with me. It was very shocking because I've never heard anything like it, especially at her age. And so she would just tell me all these things every day, and I never really thought to tell her about God or what He can do to help her out of that. And every day she would tell me, like, I want to get out of this. I don't know how, but I never told her that God was the way out of that.
So what I love about her honesty is how many of us watching this have been there. Like you get through it and you're like, oh man, I should have told her, But that's part of the learning process to go back, possibly if God opens the door, right? To say, hey. And so that's what I would encourage you with is, hey, God, can you bring that back around and then give me the words to at least start her on the process? And you can speak to this because maybe you face this. Sometimes people can be a little overbearing. Like, you need Jesus today, and it's like the people are like, whoa, hold on. I just need a little bit of breathing room. I need somebody to listen to me. And maybe that was the best part is somebody you listen to her. See, maybe it'll open the door later for you to be able to speak those things. So when when she's sharing with you, do you find that happens a lot, or do people kind of confide in you, or how does that look like in your life?
She's probably one of the first people that have actually really opened up to me in that sort of way.
Okay.
So it was very shocking.
Right.
So I didn't know exactly what to tell her.
And I love the honesty there because when we first do something, it's the first time we've ever done it. So there's a learning curve that we're in. And the fact that you're looking back and going, okay, because there'll be more, right? God will bring more people. God, how do I kind of begin to interject you into the conversation in a way that this is a weird word, but palatable to people? What that means is it's not overwhelming. Your palate is what you taste. You like food, right? So like when you've never had a certain type of food, and somebody sits it down, like we go to, I don't know, you ever have Mediterranean food or Greek food? Okay, so we go with Ileana, and I'm like, hey, let's have some Greek food here. You're really going to like this. Well, you may appreciate that I say you're going to like it, but you're looking at it going, I've never had that before. Do you going to eat the whole plate just on my word? No, you're probably going to taste and say, what does this taste like? What do I like? What do I not like? And I think I'm walking with Jasmine through this because sometimes we overwhelm people with Jesus when all they need is a taste. And we have to trust Jesus because it says that some people sow and some people water, but Jesus brings the increase. What that means is Jesus doesn't need me to oversell him. He just needs me to do what he asked me to do. So in this case, Jasmine, maybe all he needed you to do was to listen, because he's preparing this young lady for even 5 years down the road. And you that are watching, trust me, this is all going to flow together because we're about to have another conversation next week with somebody that's exactly how it worked. She was a freshman in high school, had an encounter, met somebody. She gave you a shout out after her baptism, actually. And that person gave her a portion of Jesus. And then it was years down the road before that all came to bear fruit. So well done for shepherding somebody with what you know, what I have. You don't have to have the whole answer, right? You're not, I don't have all the answers. And I've probably been on the other side of the equation where I just oversell Jesus and then, he's got to clean up that mess. So thank you for not overselling Jesus, but thank you for not underselling Jesus. So looking forward to, I'm just going to ask you a question as we close. There's an age gap between us. So how you see the world and how I see the world is different. Not that you see it wrong or I see it wrong. We just see it two different ways. Could you, and I know this is on the spot, but what do you think the best way to reach people who are your age? I'm going to say your age. Let me say like 2 years below you to like 4 years ahead of you, kind of like within your peer group. What is the best way, or what is a good way, do you think, to reach them with the love of Jesus Christ? Is there anything that pops up in your, or another way to say it, what should we not be doing? Maybe that's another way to say it. And it's okay. You can be, if you don't have anything, it's fine. I just ask. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm just interested. Since I have you kind of a captive audience, I'm kind of interested in what you have to say. So.
No, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Not to do or to do?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, let me ask it a different way then. What drew you to Jesus?
I think it's the fact that he died for me and that he loves me no matter what.
And so I think you answered my question. I think there are a bunch of people that are looking for somebody to love them no matter what. And if there's anything that you showed your friend, is that, you even said, I wasn't expecting this story from somebody at that age. But she found a place that was safe enough to say, this is who I am and what I've walked through. And you loved her enough to listen. You have no idea what door that'll open down the road. So well done. You didn't kill her with too much Jesus, but you showed her what drew you to Jesus. That he loves me no matter what. She sees that in you. And so my guess is eventually she'll ask the question, if not of you, of somebody else, will Jesus love me no matter what? Yeah, 100%. So well done. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's a little bit intimidating, but you did great. And I really appreciate it because it brings a perspective that we need. And we are all in this together. And we need your perspective. And I appreciate it when we get a chance to hear it. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you guys for watching. We love you so much. If this meant something to you, share it. And because it may help somebody else on this pathway of trying to learn how to shepherd people the right way. And I think part of it is don't kill them with Jesus. Just present it and then let him do the rest. We love you. God bless you. And we'll talk to you soon.